Is Let's Talk the Talk, episode 3, with a very dope artist that we have in the building today. I'm so excited to have him here. I look at his artwork all day today, and it really has me hyped up. This is Antonio Moore. Welcome to the show, man. I appreciate you stopping by, bro.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate the
Man,
intro. Appreciate all the
man,
love.
I just want to hop right into this, man, because we was talking beforehand, man, but like, we was talking about NFTs and everything, but I didn't really get to ask you, like, how was your day today, man? I didn't ever ask that, so I meant to ask you that earlier.
My day was pretty
All
cool.
right,
Very
that's
cool.
good.
Rushed from the day job, now rushing to the grind for real.
Hey, I feel you. I feel you on that one, man. Do you think you can give the viewers some sort of background about you?
Yeah. Antonio Moore, 38-year-old artist, Aberdeen, Maryland. Been doing artworks since 2003, really, as a business. I started airbrushing T-shirts out in Perrywood Gardens. Me and my homeboy Marcus Stock, shout out to him. That's really how the art got started as a business. Really, we was
Really?
20, out of his girlfriend's apartment at the time.
Was you always like dibbling and dabbling in like art, like in drawings, and then you just moved on? Well, that's good
Since
that
I
you
can
went like
remember,
straight went into like t-shirts though, because I thought t-shirts was like a little bit harder than like maybe like your canvases or
yeah.
because you get like a little wrinkle on the shirt or
This is
something.
actually my line here, so that's my
Oh yeah.
signature. Yeah, that's my signature.
Oh, I
So
didn't
my first love was clothing. It
really.
is clothing. So in 1999, my friend's homeboy, his mom had an embroidery machine. So I had my first 5 shirts made with my signature when I was still in high school.
Oh,
So I've been on
start. So you've been on that one. So you've
since I
been
was a teenager. So from then till '03, when I started doing shirts, airbrushing, that was a kind of a cheap way to do clothes
really.
without having an embroidery machine or a press or all that stuff. You feel me? I can airbrush a shirt, I can airbrush a design, I can
I
hand
like that
paint a
though.
design. So that kind of was the way to push the clothing dream and the art
And the art
dream
dream at the same.
simultaneously.
I
But I
like
never
that.
knew the art was coming with canvases and murals and stuff till probably another 10 years later almost.
Really.
Yeah, I didn't touch my first canvas till 2011.
What?
Yeah, I was doing
You was just
strictly
doing
clothes.
strictly clothes.
Yeah.
Wow. So how did you get into being like, all right, let me go to canvas. Let me try something else, something different.
Somebody asked me for something to hang in the house.
Oh,
I was painting clothes like when Michael Jackson died. It was like '08, '09. It was like 2010, 2011. Somebody was like, "Can you do me something I can hang on my wall?" I didn't even know what a canvas was called. Like I just went into Walmart looking for something like
some just
that I
like
could
something like
paint
a
on
big
that they could hang on their wall for real. So I found a canvas panel. It wasn't even like a ready to hang type canvas. It was like the flat panels that you could buy. Like you had to
just
put in a frame to even put it on the wall. So I did one of
so you
them, and
just
I
do
can't even
that.
lie. That joke was. I did it with fabric paint. So I was painting after I started airbrushing like '05. I started fabric painting, like hand paint, acrylic paint on shirts. So that's when Mesquite was out. You probably too young to remember Mesquite.
Yeah.
Mesquite was like a hand painted clothing line out of Philly. They did like shirts. They was like 150. They was in Shoe City, downtown locker room.
Oh,
All
okay.
the rappers back then. See, we ain't had no social media. So this '05, '06, '04, they wanted me to work for them. They was out of Camden, New Jersey, but at the time I had to pick up and move to
Move
Camden, New
everything.
Jersey.
Oh,
Yeah, so they had artists in there banging out like it was just abstract designs, like 100 shirts a day, 50 jeans a day, like
just straight, just.
yeah. But they were still keeping it hand painted and not
But
going
that's that
to
authentic, that hand
yeah,
paintings. That's
yeah.
something that we don't really get a whole lot nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's just printed right there on the shirt, and you don't get that authentic feel of like, nah, someone really put like their heart and soul into this one.
Yeah,
Even
so
if
I
they
was
did it 100 times,
yep,
you
yep.
still feel that.
Yeah. So I was basically using that same fabric paint on canvas. I wasn't even
You
like
didn't even
I
switch over
didn't
to
use a
the.
brush. I was just using the tip of the fabric paint
Yeah,
that I used. That's how I painted my first few canvases. Like you can
really.
tell, like if you look back, they shiny because they got like the shine
The
on it
shine
from
on them from the.
fabric paint.
You can only imagine for
Like
like the
yeah,
right
so
time the
that's
light
what
hits the
started it.
glare.
That's what started. Then from there, I started doing
You just
like
started just.
Raven stuff because at the time, this is 2011, 2012. Ravens won the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah,
So
can't
at that
forget
time,
about
I'm
that.
like, yeah, Ray Lewis, probably like
I think is that the one I seen today where it was I'm sorry, it was like you had Ed Reed, Ray Lewis, and what was it? It was a third, and Suggs. Yes, I seen that one today.
That was actually a shirt I did first, and then I took it to a
really
canvas later on. Yep. So that was one of
I
my later ones.
Shirt
That's not one of the earlier ones. I did that one a little later. I think I did a few versions of that one.
Oh, I gotta see that. I gotta see the one in the shirt.
Yeah, it started on the shirt,
especially
first.
If you airbrushed the shirt too.
No, I hand.
Oh, you you hand painted?
Paint.
Oh man,
but I was doing portraits in fabric paint though.
Really?
And I was giving people portraits in fabric paint for like $40, $50, bro. $50, $60, bro, for years.
That's
to where cheap, it's like now, no, I won't even.
You gotta know, you gotta know your worth, man, because like that's mad cheap.
Yeah, so that's like, when I started to get 150, 250, 300 canvas. It's like, sorry, I can't hand paint. You can't, for $40, $50. I kind of had to.
You just can't at that time
move up really for real because some stuff. Yeah, you gotta realize what
supplies and then your energy.
And then scarcity. It's one of one.
Yeah,
you're the only one.
You the only one that's
this shirt, and I'm charging $50.
No, it can't work out like that.
But then the market, Harford County, without social media, yeah, that's like more the DC, New York market.
Word of mouth usually works out there.
Pay a few hundred for a shirt or more, but in Harford County with no social media,
with none, you rely on that word of mouth, and then it's like, all right, I get 5 or 10 of y'all, and it's just still like $50 when I know.
Yeah,
it can easily go for
at the time. You learn and you grow.
I was gonna say I learned.
It's part of the process, part of the story.
You ain't lying. So how did you get your son into paint? I seen a painting that you did with your son. Anime. If anyone knows me, I love my anime pieces. I love them to death. I even got one tatted right on my arm, man. Nice. So did he always grow up like watching you paint and being like, dang, I think I can do that too? Or like
my 16-year-old, he been drawing since he been forever. But my 14-year-old, he's been drawing too, but he's had a different style. Like my 16-year-old more the cars, the anime.
Okay.
My 14-year-old, he used to have like a more cartoony, abstract style, but now he's more the anime. He's the one who watches Naruto and One Punch Man and telling me about these characters that I don't even know because I don't watch it. So he'd be like, "Daddy, One Punch Man can do this," and he would punch you.
And you just looking at him like,
yeah, just okay. I know what they look like, but okay, yeah, we can paint them one day.
Was that like a challenge for you to like draw and paint them, especially like not really like seeing them all the time?
No, because I grew up drawing Spider-Man, Marvel comics. That's how I grew up. Like we didn't have YouTube or Google. I didn't have Google to go on Google and say, "Let me look up some images." No, I had to go buy a comic book and look from there. So Stan Lee, Todd McFarlane, all them comic book artists.
Man,
aside from Good Times, of course. Shout out to Ernie Barnes. Good Times been an inspiration. So looking at the artwork on there, been an inspiration. Bob Ross. So,
oh man.
So yeah, just the stuff I seen on TV.
On TV.
And comic books and stuff that I just forced myself to like practice and draw.
Okay.
For real.
I like that though.
But yeah, my son, just getting him in it, just basically passing on the family business. And
I like that though. That's something that we try to do here around, brother. Just keep it family owned. And this, to me, my mom really instilled there ain't nothing like leaving a legacy, because that's something that we don't really do anymore now.
Yeah.
And like I love how like you teach them like a nice actual like this is a skill. Like
yeah.
Only very few people can draw.
Not only that, they know how to run my paint parties. My son, he's 14
that's
now.
Amazing,
they've been working
man.
my paint parties as my assistant since he's been 9. His brother been 11 or 12. So
amazing.
They come and they be my assistants, and they make a couple dollars to help me set up, hand out paint, break down.
But that builds that in them. That I love that.
My son brought himself a laptop at 11 one summer, just helping me with paint parties, being my assistant.
Oh, that's dope, man.
One of his own laptops.
One of his own laptop, had his own little money on it. That's amazing, man.
Yeah, bro.
They're just really teaching them this skill. Like, other than teaching them that, what else? Have you done anything for the community?
Yeah. Well, of course, born and raised in Perrywood Gardens, so I did free readers for the kids out there a few years ago. That was a big hit.
Oh.
But of course, this past summer, I painted the basketball court in
Perrywood
Gardens. Yeah, I painted the whole basketball court out there. So I rode by one day. Didn't like the way it looked. Talked to the community manager, got the basically the approval
Okay.
to paint it. Started a fundraiser on Facebook. Got a lot of love, a lot of donations.
Social media, man. The power of social
And
media.
I got out there one Sunday in August. It was hot. I got out there early. Had somebody pressure wash the court, and right after then I started maybe 11 a.m. Had all the kids help me.
Oh, see,
We was done by that evening.
Really?
Yeah.
11 into the that's fast.
So yeah, they actually had it in the sun. They had me on the front page of the Aegis. So yeah, that was pretty cool.
Oh man, that's amazing.
To give back.
To give back.
Yeah, especially where I'm raised, because we was playing on the monkey bars before they built that court. And I lived out there for real. I remember when they first built it. So it's like, dang, to see it with no nets, no chains,
no nothing.
Just looking, kids ain't
just
even got
not even having nowhere to play.
Yeah, so felt good. And then to get the community support, shout out to everybody that gave donations.
Real shout out to everyone.
The donations and the people pouring in the donations, because paint costs, everything costs.
Yeah, everything costs, because someone gotta wake up, go pressure wash. And I thought that was like what you said, that was very nice that even the community and the kids even had a hand in it, so that they can go back to that court and be like, see that line right there? I did that one. Yep. I did that one. Like I gotta go by and see that. I
want to do more. So, some people have asked about Havre de Grace and Edgewood, so maybe this summer I'll do a few more.
I would definitely, if you need me out there. Man, I ain't painted nothing in a while. Last time I tell you I painted like 5th grade. Mm-hmm. Won like one award, and I was out, retired. Yeah. So that's all the recognition I need. I was like, so you need me passing out bottles, whatever. I'll be that guy. What you need? All right, I got you. I'll say no more.
Yeah, it's anything. Because I'm in the art group, and like I can bet as long as I got canvases, and I'm back to my 9 to 5, so my schedule's a little different. As long as I got canvases, I can bang out easily 4 or 5 paintings a week.
Really?
Real. So I just want to do time. Sometimes I just paint just to do a time lapse, just to do a reel.
Just to do that.
Yeah, you feel me? Like
nowadays you have to build that social media content presence up. Yeah. And one thing about being here is consistency is definitely key. Like that, it would help you out a whole lot more.
And I say that to say, well, I'm in a group with 40,000 other artists, and you get people in there like, I'm struggling to paint. I haven't painted in months. I can't find the inspiration. So there's a lot of people out there who are artists that aren't entrepreneurs. I just happen to be blessed to be an entrepreneur first, and an artist second. Like how Jay-Z said, I'm not a rapper, I'm just a hustler who can rap. That's kind of how it is with me with painting. It's like kind of just a hustler who can paint.
I like that though. Because that's real. That's genuinely real. Like, how do you draw? Like, what are some of your inspirations to even like you said, you're working at 9 to 5. You just got off. You conversate with the family and everything, and then now it's like, oh, I got this alone time. Like, where do you find the inspiration at sometimes to just be like, yeah, I think I can do a canvas or 2 tonight.
Sometimes I print the picture, and I had the picture in my head for like a week or a couple of days.
Okay.
So I might already have this idea, like, okay, I want to do this Reginald Lewis painting. I got the picture printed, and I might be looking at it and like playing the picture in my head
in your head,
for a couple of days.
I can see right now.
It's like I kind of planned it, like, bang, okay, this morning I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna sketch it. And this evening I'm gonna paint it, or I might just go in. So I really like to do historical moments, historical people.
I've seen that. I've seen that on your marketplace or on your channel.
I said, Reginald Lewis. I did a Reginald Lewis. He's the first Black billionaire. Stuff like that. Like people like, I can paint, all the rappers and stuff like that, but it's like I still want to tell some history with my paintings.
Absolutely.
First Black billionaire, I painted Robert Frederick Smith. That's the dude who paid off everybody's tuition. He's the richest Black man in America.
That's amazing.
6 point something billion, whatever, off I think he has an investment company or something out of Texas. But he's the richest Black man in America. So painting people like that, along with, John Lewis, Billie Holiday, all those people, it's like I'm capturing moments, I'm capturing historical figures, that'll be left for the next 40, 50 years. They're going to look back and look at who's John Lewis, and look at this painting by Antonio Moore of John Lewis, of Robert Frederick Smith, who was at this time the richest black man in the U.S. Like,
You can't beat this.
yeah,
You
moments, sports history. I mean, just history for real.
Just
like, iconic people and moments. I just did the Virgil joint.
I was gonna ask you about that. I like that one. I think that was a real because that one shocked. I ain't gonna lie, that one shocked me. I was like, Virgil. I was looking at my phone. You had to go through Yahoo and I was like, nah, that's. But that one was, I love that one.
And the crazy thing was, I wasn't even like, I've been hearing even raps and stuff, but I wasn't really.
You didn't really follow.
I'm not really like a sneakerhead like that. Like I kind of wear my own stuff. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like,
so you're like,
like so I'm not really like sneakerhead into the latest that came out. So I had to like research him a little bit, but now it's like, damn, like he was a groundbreaker.
Yeah,
man. He
set up a lot of stuff for
me being in the fashion industry. In the fashion, it's like,
he made a huge wave for us and everything.
Yeah, he really
and
did.
The fact that he did that. I wanted to ask you too, with your paint. When I was watching the videos, I was like, man, this dude's track. Like the way you pick the music to go with your paintings too, like. Can you elaborate on that for me too? Because like every single time I clicked on, I was like, dude, this is a banger, and it goes right into like what you're painting. Like I can feel that. Like,
yeah, it's really what I listen to, or like I listen to a lot of Nas, I listen to a lot of Dave East, I listen to a lot of Benny, I listen to a lot of Pusha. So I listen to hustlers and I listen to people that got inspirational lines, inspirational bars, or it might be something in there. It depends on what I put in there. It might be some bar that I just wanted to drop. Yeah. Like I dropped the Lupe words I never said on the joint.
I was surprised. I was like Lupe. I said,
people don't even realize like that song and like that song that got him blackballed and that whole story.
At first, I was like, "Oh, I don't think anyone knows about this
stuff. I might agree with the song, and that's why I dropped it. Subliminal. It's like,
man,
they blackballed Lupe for that song, but I'm gonna drop it.
But I'm gonna drop it in this reel, and so still give him because, like you said, that some stuff that he said is like, I 100% agree. Like I can't, like I'm not gonna lie or sugarcoat on that.
Yeah.
So if they blackmail him for that, I'm getting out here.
Some of the stuff is feel good stuff. I want to keep it not too much cursing for the adult crowd on the social media. That's why it's like Instagram. I'll probably get more because you got more adults on the Facebook.
Definitely had I think which one was it? I listened to one of those today, and I was up in the front office.
Yeah,
I was like, I gotta turn that one down real quick. I gotta turn that one down. For my mom come walking up in here like, what you listening to? And I was like, hold on. I was like, yeah, let me turn that down. But that was something I wanted to bring up because I was like, man, every track that I'm listening to, I was like, bro, I had this on my phone. Like
stuff I listen to.
But that's amazing. I also want to talk about you had this Biggie Smalls piece with the James Harden Nets jersey on, man. That was probably one of my favorite ones. I like the Key doesn't want me to say it. I'm gonna say I'm drawing a blank here because I scrolled through so many this morning.
Yeah.
What was another one that I liked? I liked the zebra one you did
with the dripper.
With the drip on there.
Yep.
Oh man, that was so. It's abstract, like your favorite form of painting, or your favorite form of like art.
No, I guess it would be like portraits or subjects with like an abstract background.
Okay.
You see, like a lot of my backgrounds got like people say they got energy. But I kind of just I kind of move. Just it's not pre-planned. Like none of my stuff.
They ain't lying though. You definitely feel the energy from your paintings, man.
Yeah.
Like when I watched them, like I can see, like, oh yeah, yo, he's stuck on this one, bro. I was like,
that Biggie joint that was for an art show in Brooklyn.
Really?
So I had Basquiat wearing KD. Biggie wearing Harden. I was going to do Pop Smoke rocking the Kyrie, but I didn't have time to do it. It was going to be like.
And that Pop Smoke and Kyrie.
Yeah. So it would have been like all three Brooklyn legends rocking current Brooklyn legends.
Yeah, I like that. I was just about to ask you, how did you pair them for like which one is which?
I ain't even know. But Wale got the Basquiat joint.
You do?
Yeah, he got that because Chris Robinson, Chris Robinson shot his video out here at his film studio. So I was at it, and Wale, he got the Basquiat one wearing the KD.
How that make you feel when you heard about
cool.
that,
That's
man?
cool. I mean, a lot of the artists, Moneybag got my stuff in one of the studios.
Oh,
It's
snap.
like, a lot of the artists I done gave a lot of art to, they got my stuff in their house. Cardi got some stuff in their house.
That's amazing, man. For you to have your art in these people's houses, man, that's like dreams of some people, man. That's like real dreams, bro.
It's like, I'm on the murals
got it.
now, like the courts and the murals now.
Oh, that's big. Yeah, I would love.
I just want to do bigger and bigger.
I seen the one with the Bob Marley you painted on the side. How did that come into play?
That was actually, what was that, in the smoke shop?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Smoke King. Shout out to Smoke King, Aberdeen, Delaware. My man Singh, he runs a few gas stations out in Edgewood and the Smoke King, Aberdeen, and there's also a tobacco shop in Edgewood, right by Papa John's. He runs all of them.
Okay, so I'm into that one.
And basically said that he wanted his Smoke Kings to be a little different than every other smoke shop in the area, with murals and the selfie wall I created. So he had me come with some ideas of some classic smokers, icons, of course.
Bob, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Surprised he didn't do Cheech and Chong.
He thought about it. Yeah,
that's a lot. That's a famous one too.
He thought about it, and then we did the selfie wall. So that's how that came about. So he had me do 3 stores so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had me do 3 stores so far. He got Middleton, Newark, and Aberdeen. Yep. So.
Man, by the way that Bob Marley look, man, you need to be painting in all them shops. I'm just saying.
And I got one in the Hot Pot too, right there in Edgewood, the restaurant Hot Pot. Yeah, I got the Bob Marley 9 Mile House, his mausoleum where he laid to rest.
I might have to go in and see that.
2 years ago.
I didn't see that. I might have to go up there personally to see that. Mm-hmm. Dang, that's amazing, man. Like that's like you really.
I got a mural in Laurie Nursing Home. I did that one.
So now I'm guessing the goal is just the murals and
teach
just
kids,
teaching.
Yeah, teach kids, spread it. Yeah,
you gotta spread the knowledge because I feel like nowadays a lot of older generation wants to share the knowledge, but they only want to share it a little bit because bits and pieces. Because I feel like sometimes when you share knowledge with someone else, I feel like people think that they're going to pick it up and run with it, and then they won't need to come back to you for more guidance. Or sometimes I feel like there's always like a little pit of jealousy of being like, hey, I taught him how to draw that, and we almost draw it the same way. Why is he blowing up and I'm not? Instead of just being humble and being appreciative of yo, I taught him something. That's amazing.
Fine line. This game is to be sold, not told. So it's I can see both sides. I can see the free game, but because I got a book on Amazon.
Really?
I put that out there a few years ago. It's called The Business of Art, where I'm showing people little tips on how to be a full-time artist. So it's that's on one of them things the game is to be sold, not told. It's I can tell you a little bit, but I gotta sell you over a certain amount. Now I'm being your consultant.
I didn't see and I didn't think about it like that.
Now you got I'm being your consultant after we didn't talk for a couple minutes, bro. I done give you marketing advice. I done gave you production advice. I done gave you resources. Yeah. Hold up, anybody else, this would be a consultation. So in our community, we got to start honoring people's knowledge, and people gotta respect their advice, their ability to give advice, and charge for it, and don't be scared. Don't be scared.
I think what you said there too is I think sometimes people are scared because they don't want to break off that relationship, but sometimes I think people gotta know business is business, and this ain't personal. Yeah, and I think people really just go overboard and being nah, I'm just not even gonna say nothing because I don't want to pay and I don't want to feel like I owe anybody anything. But it's sometimes you lose yourself in that and you lose out on a big opportunity.
Yeah. So I can understand in some ways. I just networked with my man. Shout out to my man Luther Wright from DC. We done pop-ups and now he doing his thing, murals, everything. He told me, it's an exclusive Airbnb out in DC with a private gallery with people selling art in there, 10,000, 20,000, making good money, everyday people like me and you. So I ain't asking for the information though. I would have paid for the information, but I can feel why you would want to withhold that. If there's 20 artists in there and you wanted the 20, you might not want to give out that information.
You might not want to have 21
you feel me? If somebody can knock you out of a spot where you selling paintings for 5,000, 10,000, you feel me? So it's you can't be mad at somebody. It's like my foot's barely in the door. I can't
Right.
bring
I
everybody
can't bring
with
a
me
plus one and
until,
more.
you feel me? Yeah, so you
until you
can't
get more
never feel no
established.
type of way about. I mean, you got to pick and choose who it is, the situation, and just evaluate yourself and go. Nobody cares. Work harder. When the Ravens said that last year, I just mimicked that. Like when you want to like tell somebody about your problems and so and so and give me the advice and so and so. Nobody care about that. Work harder.
You gotta work hard.
We all got the World Wide Web. We all got
Yup,
social media. We all got the same 24 hours. So blaming the next man for what he didn't give you or didn't tell you, I ain't got more than a couple seconds to have sympathy for that. For real.
Yeah.
For real. That's just
that's real. That's
any
just
entrepreneur gotta be built, because it's like ain't nobody gonna care.
Ain't no one gonna care about. I think one thing my mom has taught me about owning something is that no one's gonna care for it the way you care for it.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta be there. You know, you gotta be consistent. Gotta always be down to perfecting your craft. And one thing she always instilled in me is like, you're never too old to learn.
No,
never too old to learn, and that's something that I take with me everywhere now. So that's one of the reasons why I created this podcast and have different perspective of people's way of view of life, or how they even just, as I said to my mom, bet on yourself.
Yeah.
Like, I can do this, and I like doing this, and I can make a profit from doing this.
Yeah.
So it's like, dang, I'm going to work happy, smiling, and then you get the choice of being like, how many people actually say that you can wake up, go to work, and still be happy? Like, not everyone can say that. Mm-hmm. So I really commend you on, like, because I know this art world is it's hard.
Yeah,
I'm not an artist, but I do know people who draw and try to have their stuff, be viewed, or try to go to a gallery. And this it's a tough world out there, man.
Yeah, that's what I want.
How did you get get your foot somewhere in the door, or if you're already like in
grinding,
the door,
like grinding? Like I just told you, we all got the World Wide Web. Like some are like, I was linked with one promoter where I got like to a lot of the artists I mentioned, like Moneybagg and them, but a lot of them was me emailing the show promoter, me emailing the actual venue. So when I just linked up with Benny the Butcher a couple months ago, so
my bad. I got lost.
So when I just linked up with Benny, that was the same people that got me to Pusher. What's the name? Fillmore, Silver Spring. So all I did was email the venue. Bang. Hey, I'm Antonio Moore. Showing me and Moneybagg, showing me and Cardi, showing me and Jeezy. Look like I'm not some crazy fan.
Right.
Just trying to get in there. And
just trying to get in and just
send them a couple pictures. I'm Antonio Moore. I'll buy tickets to the show. How can I get this to Pusher? How can I get some artwork to Pusher? How can I get some artwork to Benny? Boom. All they can do is say yes or no.
I was about to say,
say
yes or no.
Respond and say yes. We'll make sure that you're good. They had me ticket roll call, took the painting from me when I walked up. Hi, Antonio. I'm Steve. I'm whoever. Yeah, had the paint wetting back so it wouldn't get damaged, everything. So it's like, we got the World Wide Web out here. We got the internet. Like you have to
push it out.
The
like,
extra mile.
It's
not going to come to you. So it's like just sending that email, sending that DM.
Now let me ask you this: what is your favorite painting out of all the things that you create? What would be one of your favorite? Like, what is not even one? What is your favorite?
Ooh, I've done thousands and thousands and thousands of paintings. Like I done forgotten.
Yeah. I was like, once I started scrolling, I was like, oh yeah, I gotta ask him, like, which one is like your favorite, or do you have one that you haven't shown the world yet?
No, but that's what I want to do eventually. Have a vote. Like, look, these are the
priceless ones, yo.
Yeah, these are the ones y'all charge the museum to display for a month when I'm gone, stuff like that. Hey, it's sad that I gotta think like that, but I do.
And sometimes you have to.
Yeah,
and this day and age, like,
that's when stuff
you have
blow
to
up even more. Sadly, but
and that is just like one of the sad things, that like people get appreciated while they're dead and gone, other than just being appreciated like now. Like, why can't we just enjoy that he's here making art, or if it's making music or sports or whatever, let's enjoy him now. But now when he passes, that's when everyone,
like when Nipsey, one of my favorite quotes from Nipsey is, trying to play the forever game. And
Uh,
that's what I'll try to set up. That's what the NFT.
man,
That's what
I gotta
everything is like, to have this
I
out
gotta
there
look up the
forever.
quote because like I said, I made one of him
Yeah,
on our page,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna show everyone what you brought later on before we end the show.
okay.
And I was like, man, is he? Did he look at the page? Because I was like, yeah, because I had people was like, I don't know if you want to post like a Nipsey Hussle. I was like, but it's real. Like
Yeah.
he said, my thing is that I don't give no person that much power over over my path that I'm walking. Not one person can make or break what I'm doing except me or God.
Yeah.
And that was something that like really like resonated in me. And I was like, bro, like that's
Yeah.
amazing. And then you come in here, and then I seen you create the Nipsey piece, and I was like, bro, like yes, yo, like
Yeah.
yo, like
Nipsey, he's one of my favorites. Like, my favorite thing that I hear throughout his music is opportunity and preparation meeting.
yeah.
So when you think about that in life and like trying to go get it, like if you already prepared when the opportunity comes, you already prepared.
you're already prepared for
Opportunity,
it. There's no,
preparation. They meet us nice. Come on, like.
Yeah.
I just live painted at the Washington Auto Show last week. I just did a Lamborghinis, all that in there. That was like 1 day notice, like not even 1 day, probably 12-hour notice. But I was ready.
But you was already geared up ready.
Lambo in front of hundreds of people at a Washington Auto Show in DC at a convention center. Why? Because I've been live painting for years. Like I've been preparing, like for real. So when any opportunity comes for live painting, for a paint party, for 500 people or whatever it may be, the preparation is years already there. So that's what resonates with me when I listen to Nipsey. It's just that
Always
opportunity
ready.
and preparation. Yeah, being so prepared that when any opportunity comes, you've been prepared for it. Like if that's in your craft, within your realm of your craft or what you do.
Well, I think that needs to be instilled in like I think in almost like anything or what you do from like a regular job to like just anything is like always be ready.
Yeah,
because you just never know when your time is coming.
yeah.
And that was something that was like really resonated me throughout his music. Was like, yo, it's gonna come. Like
my
it may not be.
My first paint party I did was for 14 people at Edgewood Station. I did one for 300 at Morgan State. My first one at Morgan was 50. My second one was 100. My third one was 300.
So it's all.
Yeah, I want to do one for 500 next, 1,000 next. Why not?
Oh, I know, no doubt you can do it.
Yeah, it's
no doubt.
Big enough venue. Yeah, but
we gonna social media land. Y'all heard it first. Y'all heard it. That's all. Y'all heard it. And the best way to do it is through pushing your stuff out through social media. Yep. Man, this is such a good interview, man. Like it's such a like great vibe, bro. Like
I appreciate it,
man. I appreciate you stopping by, man. Can you talk a little bit more about your clothing line too?
Yeah, I mean, I'd be in and out of it. It'd be like I don't want to push it over to art, so I'd be in and out. But yeah, it's basically my signature Antonio Moore brand. That's basically the logo is my signature. It's been out for a while. I had some sweatsuits out a couple months ago, but I had some stuff out about summertime.
I felt like you looked at my face and was like, yeah, I think you're going, I'm gonna
Yeah. It's just so much going on. Gotta do the art first, and can't be all over the place. And that's one thing with any entrepreneur. It's like sometimes we want to try to do everything too fast, and that we can't give it not one thing 100%. So that's what some people say: a jack of all trades, a master of none. So it's like sometimes you want to put 100% into this company and then bring on this company. Then bring it on. If this company ain't where you want to be, and you trying to do this for this company, it's like, okay, you're going to keep everything going to be lacking. You're just going to eventually be all over the place. So just want to get some other things in order with the art.
Okay,
yeah. The clothes, they'll be back out.
You have anything coming up art wise that we can try to give the viewers?
Just have an art show in Brooklyn. March 31st.
March 31st. Y'all heard it first. Brooklyn.
Pancakesandbooze.com is where they can buy tickets.
Please do.
April 7th.
You gotta see this artwork.
DC. April 7th. Yeah. DC.
Oh, we're in DC.
It'll be a hook hall. And that's also pancakesandbooze.com.
Okay.
Pancake and Booze is like an art show. They showcase artists like in every city. I've worked with them for like 5-6 years.
That's amazing.
A guy named Tom, he owns it. Yeah, he does it in every city. He even goes to Canada.
Really? Have you
Mhm.
traveled out of state to do something yet?
I've done New York, Philly, DC. I want to do Atlanta in July as well.
Oh,
So
oh man, I could see you killing it down there in
yeah,
Atlanta.
so of course I got
I can really
MLK
see.
pieces and a lot of Atlanta theme pieces.
Yeah, I
But
like
yeah,
that.
yep. So
So what
those are the
is?
only events I can think of now. So we playing an event
Oh yeah.
at Brass
Oh
Mill.
right. Oh, it's coming to Brass
Solo art
Mill.
show.
Oh, it's coming to Brass Mill. Oh man, I don't even care if I gotta try to find something.
Yep.
I don't care what it is, but we gotta have them here. I'm trying to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, this man right here and a canvas. Down goes Frazier.
Yeah. We gonna have some
Trying to tell you,
advertising, some
man.
wine,
Yeah.
some limited prints.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
looking at a lot of your art today through your market, and I was just like, man.
And shout out to my boy EJ Henderson. Just went to the College Football Hall of Fame. I actually did a painting of him. He had an interview with what's his name, Coach Loxley from Maryland.
Oh, really?
So I did like a Hall of Fame painting. I'm trying to get with him and do like some limited edition signed prints of that painting.
Will be what's up.
So when I get in contact with him, hopefully we can do something
like
that.
I'll be looking forward to it. I'll be looking definitely forward to it.
Signed, probably the same size I gave you. Some prints, limited, numbered.
I would like
College Football Hall of Fame. Yeah.
So that'll be what's up, man.
Yeah, man.
Is there a person out there today, like a celebrity, that you will really want to get your art to?
I've been trying to get to Jay-Z for years, and I've actually been inside Rock Nation 2 times.
Really?
Yeah. So I delivered a Biggie piece inside there, and him and Blue Ivy dancing at their first dance. So the first time I went, I was up there at Pancake and Boo's art show. So I just Googled that. Google. Keeps you knows I keep saying Google. Googled the Rock Nation address. Went to Rock Nation. I went in there. Basically, I went the wrong way. I went through the front. I'm like, I got delivery for Rock Nation. They're like, oh, you need an appointment. So they tell me to go through freight. So I go through freight. It's a young girl. Talk to her. Tell her I got to go up there. I think I gave her like a free print or something. She's like, okay, just go up there, be calm, walk through the back, go to the front desk, tell them you got delivery. So I walk through, I see like a little board meeting. I didn't see Jay in there, obviously. Yeah. I went in there, went to the front desk, delivery for Sean Carter.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that was the first time. But then I brought the one of him and Blue Ivy back, same girl working. Went there, delivered it, same way. Got my picture with the airplane behind me. So,
oh, man.
He knows who I am if he got him one way or the other. But the pieces were small. The pieces were that him and Blue Ivy, that was of a photograph. So I kind of got to be my own critic.
Yeah.
To say he likes Basquiat type stuff, and I'm trying to get to more contemporary type style.
Yeah.
So that's more capturing like a moment, pictures.
Is that a little more harder than what you're doing now? Or is it almost like the same as doing like a portrait?
Almost the same, but incorporate more of the background. So a contemporary piece would be us sitting here and, the piece is more telling a story, would have everything. It's more like the old school pieces you see, like the oil paintings.
Okay.
Yeah, but those are the more what galleries and museums are looking for, that contemporary style. My dad just passed like right before Thanksgiving. So I wanted to do a series of like his old pictures when he was young. That would be my first series. Yeah,
I would love to see that.
Family pictures, like
and just
my
keep
dad,
going
my
on
great
like
uncle, my great grandma, stuff like that. So like those old school pictures that just tell a story without like my crazy backgrounds, abstract backgrounds. Might have to cease for this. I'm gonna have to actually do the door, do everything. So when people look at it,
a lot of detail, isn't it?
It's more interpretation. What's going on in there? Like, what's he thinking? Sitting at the mic, who's he talking to? You feel me? What are they talking about?
I think that was
more interpretation to the mind, more the contemporary. So I didn't go to art school. I'm basically self-taught. So
that's
the different styles and everything. I'm still learning. Modern versus contemporary versus abstract versus, you feel me? Modern. There's modern pieces where it's a blue canvas with a white line down at 200 million. So
I think I've seen something like that. So you just be like,
it's certain styles and art styles and art.
But for you to be self-taught, though,
yeah, but that's symmetry. That's modern. That's that's something to do with a certain art style and all that art stuff.
Yeah,
that people look for real.
Man, for you, I didn't know you were self-taught. I did not know that.
I took business at school. I went to Morgan for business.
Really?
Administration. Yeah, I didn't take any art in college.
Wow,
I'm self-taught.
Look, man, I ain't gonna lie. I'm shocked. Self-taught.
Yes.
That's amazing, man.
No art classes.
I think like with you being self-taught, that just really just goes on like, yo, this is my craft, and I'm gonna perfect it. I don't care who's with me. You know, where do I have to go? I'm gonna start somewhere. But that's dang, yo, self-taught, bro. That's shout out to you, man.
I appreciate
it,
that's
bro. That's something that really that really resonates in me because some of this stuff now that I have to do, I have to be a little self-taught myself.
Yeah.
I have to really go in, do my research now, staying up all late.
Yeah.
You know, just really trying to perfect the craft and just it's hard, but I feel like it's more satisfactory when you end up doing something that you accomplish.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I did this with no one, man. Like,
hey, I see it, man. You already got the foundation.
Hey.
Get you a couple sponsors.
Hey, we on today.
Okay.
Oh, get a couple.
Deer Park. Yeah. You're sitting that right there. Hold on. Deer Park.
Hey, we drinking nice, clean water.
Yep, you can have look lined up right here. Some sponsors.
Let me put the logo right here on the side of the
go in
thing.
for a commercial. It's a 10-second ad. Hold on
right
for
here.
a sponsor.
Hey, don't worry. I'm gonna break you off something.
Congrats to you. This
is
man, nice man. This is
just
inspirational itself.
Something I thought about for a while. For some reason, I always say that like I'm so laid back that anyone could just gravitate to me. I can pretty much hold a conversation with anyone, and it just came to a fruition. I was like, I like learning other people's perspective in life because we all don't come from the same place.
Yes.
We all have different perspective of how we would handle a situation, or just being like, you know, where you're from doesn't define who you are, and it doesn't define what you do. It doesn't define how your mentality is. So I figured I was like, what's the best way to do it is to just have people like good, well-rounded people like yourself, and just be like, yo, let me pick his brain because, like I said earlier, never too old to learn, and it's just like, you know, I'm learning something now, and it's nothing like learning something and enjoying it every Wednesday. Like that's like my little chuckle, my little like, you know, like look, man, if I was a little color, yo, my face would be red. Like I'm just it's just so just fulfilling, man. And to have someone like you know, take time out your day, you know, to come on up and coming podcast, it just means the world to me. I just want to say I really appreciate it. I already know I'm gonna have you back on again. We gonna have listen, everyone. We gonna have a part 2 of this. We gonna have a part 2 of this because
a lot more to talk about. We got so many stories and situations,
so many things, man. And I'm just super grateful to have you come out, and I really do thank you for everything you do in the communities. I want to say this personally that we need more people like you. I don't think we have that in the 2020s as we used to maybe growing up back then, man. I used to go to the community center. That joint was packed. You go up there like now, it's almost like a ghost town because, you know, we don't have anybody to really show us anything no more. And I just very appreciate that you still are one of the people that want to give back to the community and want to show people what they can do with your hands, with your knowledge, and just having the ability to, because not everyone can connect to the younger crowd. Not everyone can. And the fact that you can connect and the fact that we can just come on here, let everyone know this, we don't script nothing. Nothing. This is right off the rip, like off the top, like we was going to do a freestyle. This is a freestyle right now. So the fact that we can do that, and it's just, I already know we can go back and forth like all night. We can have a whole, like, it has to be a part 2 because I know there's bigger things coming for you. There's bigger things coming to this podcast studio, and I'm eager to tell you guys, please check out Antonio Moore's page. Please do that. Do you want to give them any more hot on your social medias or where they can follow you?
Antonio Moore. I'm saying across everything.
Trust me, if I could have it called just Saquon, I would. It's just straight to the point. I also want to show you guys something that Antonio brought to the studio today. It is Nipsey Hussle. This is his print. please check out what is the store called that they can check that out.
My link is on my bio in Instagram. Yep.
Check out the link in the bio. Man, like look at this, guys.
I'll be having print sales soon. I just still have my
Like,
drop
that's-
shipping site I use, but
like-
I'm having print sales on that side soon.
Oh yeah. There's more to come. I'm
Oh
telling you,
yeah. Well,
getting
the
this
print
in my-
sales coming.
I'm getting this in my room,
I
in
just
my
been stocking
office.
up.
I'm getting it out front. Trust me, there's gonna be a lot of your
I appreciate it.
If I can talk to the boss lady, I know you watching out there, Dr. Venable. If we can get a mural or something, just trying to put it out there, man. Definitely, we are going to have a part 2
Yes.
with Antonio Moore. Please stay tuned. Let's talk the talk. Hey, you guys have a good night.